Hello, I'm Larry Yatch, former Navy SEAL and founder of PlanSight. I am so excited to have you in this class. I can't wait to share these hard earned lessons. I mean, these lessons were learned on the battlefields of Iraq and through over 12 years of entrepreneurship, both starting and running my own successful businesses, as well as over 7 years consulting in up to billion-dollar companies. These lessons are all about teams, not only how to produce and function on teams, but how to lead the teams. And if there's one thing that I learned as an officer in the SEAL teams, it's that if you're going to lead high performing people, and just take a minute to think about this, as an officer in the SEALs, especially as a junior officer, I had to go into an environment where I had my enlisted SEALs, and they knew to the core of their being that they were stronger than me. They knew that they were smarter than me. And most importantly, most of them had significantly more experience than I did. Imagine how hard it is to lead in an environment like that. An environment where the Navy spent millions of dollars to ensure that these men know to the core of their being, if it's humanly possible, they can do it. Do you think they'd leave a lot of room for me to make mistakes, to be ineffective? And even more important than that is the mistakes that I make as their leader could cost them their lives. In order to operate in that type of environment, the first and most important thing I had to do to get their attention, keep it, was to answer the question, why? Why was I asking them to do what I was asking them to do? And because you're taking your time, you've used your hard-earned money, and you're taking your time to learn these lessons, I'm going to treat you the exact same way I treat my SEALs, making the assumption that you're an above-average performer, that you're a high-functioning individual. And I want to answer that same question for you. Why? Why should you take this course? Why should you learn these lessons? Well, with that, I want to tell you a story. One of the common questions I get is, was there any time you wanted to quit during BUDS? BUDS stands for Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training, and it's our basic training. It's a 6-month program with over a month in the front that is honestly considered the hardest military training in the world. My class started with 135 guys, and 6 months later, we graduated with 11 of those original 135. That's an over 90% attrition rate, and the vast majority of those that didn't make it quit because the training was way too hard.